Yeah. I guess this brings us to our next segment of a lot of answers that we're going to discover in our next segment, Discoveries. Yes. If you don't
Yes.
know, you will know.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, here in the Discoveries, I got a big one. I mean, I've been having my mind blown for weeks on weeks from learning all a bunch about football. But Sean, I'm going to start with you.
Oh, Sean, on the
Ooh,
spot.
ooh,
Put
ooh.
you on the spot.
Ben, I apologize for this one, but it's a genuine discovery. It's a genuine discovery.
Okay.
Honestly, you know about the upsets. You know about the team being so amazing. In college, there's like in Alabama, and then it's like the Pee Wee Pipsqueak School. You know what I mean? In the NFL, I mean, most teams they're all professional, they all get paid, but there are some teams that are clearly better than other teams, and we are clearly a dumpster fire. When you saw that whole Robbie Anderson thing, cussing out the coach, and then we trade CMC midweek, it's just like we've clearly said we're giving up on this year. But then to have XFL ex XFL quarterback lead us with two backup running backs and do it. My discovery is that I didn't realize. I knew there's underdogs, but I didn't realize that sometimes it just depends on that day. Sometimes you wake up and it's just like today's just our day. Like I don't know. I mean, it was my day because Ben picked against us, my Washington, so we won there too. So sometimes I wake up and just it's my day. But I don't know. I didn't know that, I know that there's underdogs, and I know you can galvanize your team and get them all together to play. But when there's so much wrong, like none of us picked, and none of us even pretended to pick the Panthers winning that game last week. So it's crazy to see that happen. Shout out to him. But yeah, that's something that I didn't believe could happen at all. So something I discovered in a good way.
Nice.
I love it.
Ben, what did you discover?
Well, to be honest, again, I'm just hopping on the show.
Yes.
And I'm thinking of this here. Todd Bowles as head coach. I discovered that he hasn't won more. He's only had a winning streak of 3 or more games once in his
career. Okay.
Because he was with the Jets. Obviously, he had a 5-game winning streak back in 2015, I believe it was. So,
okay.
That's the discovery I just found. And that's really interesting because, things are not going good for us right now. And, you just got to wonder, like, is, what I take that back, 2017. He had a 3-game winning streak. But that's it. He hasn't had a lot of winning streaks, and we could use one really bad right now. I thought maybe the Carolina and the Pittsburgh game would, the Falcons, sorry, Kyle, would get us back on track, but it just hasn't. And I'm really hoping now we could use that winning streak. I mean, but the Ravens are coming up. The Rams are coming up. The Seahawks, all of a sudden, great team. No, not good team in Germany. So now time for Todd Bowles to get a winning streak going, or else it could go really south. No pun intended.
Yeah, nice. I like that. I guess that goes to me, right? So mine, actually, I've been wondering about this for a little bit, but my discovery is, what did the GSH on the Chicago Bears jersey actually mean? Because I had no idea, honestly.
Okay.
All right, so I did some research, and I don't want to butcher the name because I don't want to get yelled at, is George S. Halla. So he, in one way, shape, or form, contributed, played, coached, or something from 1920 all the way to 1983 to the day of his death, which was on Halloween. So in one way, shape, or form, like, he's always had some kind of contribution to the team, which I think is pretty cool. So I finally figured out that little mystery, so I was pretty happy about that. And That's why you see on the jerseys, you'll see the representation of his initials, GSH. So that's the one thing that I learned.
Respect.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Have you been waiting for this, Nicole? Because
I've
you look
been waiting.
pumped up.
I've been
Let's go.
waiting for 2 weeks. No, let's see if you guys can see it.
I can't.
Maybe you
Nicole.
can't.
Oh,
But it is to do with the jersey numbers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is, again, I'm going to take you back to the rule book, but not really, because I guess the rule book changes all the time.
That's right.
And in 2021, the
Mhm.
NFL owners passed a rule expanding the available numbers and simplifying the number system. The current system now only has 3 different group numbers for the offense and 3 for the defense. These changes include the additional numbers of 1 to 19 and 80 to 89 for running backs. And then as well, 1 to 9 and 20 to 49 for wide receivers. Stay with me, these are numbers. 1 to 39 for tight ends and linebackers, and 1 to 19 for defensive backs. So that's why I had this handy little graph.
Oh, yeah.
I never knew that, and there's no way I'm ever going to remember
Hey,
that.
I
I'm
have the
about to
graph.
blow your mind. Guess
Here we
what?
go.
What?
Okay, I've been finding out the reason why, and I understand why a little bit, why Tom Brady has been struggling a little bit with, I think, a little bit of the new game. It might be because of this rule change that happened. In fact, actually, he spoke about it last year when it did happen, and he did not like the rule change. He said that it sucked. And Brady's concern is a valid one. He was worried about the new numbers making it difficult to identify which guys are playing on which positions, and the impact it will have on the communication. So I understand with blocking assignments and seeing who's available, who's not on the other teams. Now, we got 32 teams in the league. You know, if you are a legendary, mythic quarterback that knows the league, knows the people in the team, you know their number. And then all of a sudden, the rules get flipped into not knowing and then having to spend more time, even though you have been spent a lot of time and you know you have to relearn all of these guys. And for some people, you got to put in the work maybe to relearn all of these numbers. So I thought it was quite interesting. And they did say that this new NFL rule closely mirrors the number guidelines for the college football. And
Oh.
I recently understood Brady's fall into the NFL through college football, and that he was at Michigan.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
he was 6th round.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
And
think 199th pick, if I remember correctly.
yeah, and
Right, Kyle.
he got quite a so I don't know how his ties in with, like, you know, bringing back a little bit of college rules where that might hit a little bit of a point with him. But I understand maybe a little bit why Drew Brees didn't play great his last year. I don't know.
No, he got wrecked. Absolutely destroyed.
I know. I just am learning
I'm
about
just telling
these
you right now.
numbers.
You
and I'm
tried
just
to
trying give
bridge,
the
but-
benefit of the doubt, okay? I'm trying to give the benefit of
I'm
the
just going to
doubt.
shut that right down.
And I didn't know that there was only 7th round. So, you know, I don't know. This line number, it's true. Brady has a good concern for having to relearn the communicate even better on the field. I don't know what's happening, but that could be a contributing factor.
Nicole, you know what else helps to that though? You know, with those numbers, going to practice so you know where to throw your targets.
Yes, and reviewing.
Not
But
going
that's
to
what I'm
weddings.
saying is, like, you have to take concern and know the people on the team and their numbers. So I didn't even know these numbers made it eligible for what position you have to go through and stuff. Apparently, who is this? What is this guy? These long snapper. I didn't know could be 1 through 99.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That just puts like a big wrench in everybody's plans, right? It's like, oh,
yeah.
I want to be 12. I don't care, Tom Brady.
You know that there were a couple people that actually did revert back to their college numbers for that reason. One of them was to honor their late father. So
yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Anyways, mind blown.
I love it. That was good, Nicole. That was really good. I got a question for you, Nicole. Like, I forgot to ask this. Actually, this kind of goes in tune with the week too, with it being National Tight End Day. I think what was it, last Sunday, I believe.
I did not know that was a day.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
I guess I didn't know that either. When are we going to consider Taysom Hill in that category? Because I'm going to be humble with this. This isn't my be humble, but
with Tom Brady, did you just put them in the same category?
No, Taysom Hill in the elite tight end category.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. For what he can do,
so close.
For what he can do, why is he not in that conversation? Because to be quite honest, I think he should be.
Did you know that Swiss Army knives were recently just invented in 1974, while the NFL League has been playing for a long time? Sometimes the discovery of a Swiss Army knife is new, and it's a shiny toy.
But really, like he deserves, I think, to be in that conversation. Taysom Hill, I think, should be. Like, the guy is actually unbelievable.
I still like to think of him as my gadget guy. Go gadget, Taysom Hill. You know, he has to be involved with a bunch of these other. He has to keep up with all of these plays and all of these special teams. He has to go over. He has to put in the work of being at those practices. I like him on the third down conversions. Bring him in for those. He's getting more comfortable at throws. He threw more than the first game that he was playing as quarterback. So I don't like him full time. I like him bringing in for those weird plays and the third downs.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't know, but you're right. As the weeks go on, depending on week 8, we might secretly convert him into a quarterback.
He's tried it before.
Yeah.
Yes. Listen, Taysom Hill, if you're out there, I got some good tips.
Come on now.
You never know. There's some other famous people showing up on other people's shows.
Yeah, Tom Brady. Oh my God.
Yeah. Hey, he's not going to practice. I mean.
Thanks for watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.